Alright, in this video we're going to experiment with different ways to do random number variation. So we're doing random stuff, so let's just import random first of all. Okay, now we've already looked at random dot choice and random dot randint. Okay, so these are the two basic random generation things, and with these functions we can do lots of things. Okay, so obviously basic is if we want to say random number between 1 and 10, we can just say x equals random dot randint 1 to 10, and boom, it's done, right? And that's fine. But what if we want to be a little more specific? What if we want to say something like the random numbers have to not vary too much? So I don't want like a 1 and a 10, but I want something more gradual, like say, a 5 and a 6, or a 4 and a 5, something like that. Well, I could do something like this, right? X equals random dot rand choice. Okay, and inside the choice I put a list, and inside the list I put 4, 5, 6. Okay, and that will give me either 4, 5, or 6, which is also fine. But what if I want it to be able to go further but not make big jumps? Okay, so that's where I can't do that with either of my functions. Either we're limiting the number of choices to 3 or 4 or whatever, or we have a wider range, but it could go anywhere, and so it might jump back and forth. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a while true loop, okay, and I'm going to say x equals random dot rand. No, before I start the while loop, I'm going to set x to some number, say 5, and then afterwards I'm going to say x equals random. I'm going to use the ability to update my variable by saying x plus, and I can say random dot choice, and here I'm going to say, okay, how do I want it to go? I can either go -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2, something like that. Random dot choice needs a list, so I give it a list, so something like that. So in this case, my my x can vary by up to 2 in the positive direction, or up to -2 in the other direction, but it can't go more than that. So if we just print it, let's see what we will get. And it's going too fast for me to see, so let's just put a little pause. Time.sleep, and let's say 0.4, sure. I need to import time, otherwise it won't work. Okay. 6, 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 4, 3, 1, -1, 0, 0, -2. So you can see that it is kind of doing something a little different here, right? Let's make that bigger. Right, so it's only moving each time. It's only moving by 2 at the most. Whereas before, if we had, just so let's just comment that out, and let's have another, example. If we had, say, x equals random dot randint between 1 and say 100, it'll look like this. It'll look like nothing. Oh, okay. Let's just uncomment those. I still need those. So you can see they're all over the place, right? 65 to 21 to 13 to 16 to 40. So if I don't want those big jumps, then this is the way to do it right here. Okay. I could do, again, random.choice. And if I did random.choice, and then I put like a list here. Okay, so this is going to just give me either 1 or 100. That's no good. 100, 100, 100, 1, 1, 1. But if I give more choices, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can see that it is quickly going to become rather cumbersome to make a giant list like this, even though, you know, the results aren't bad. But again, there's also big jumps. So yeah, those are just a couple of ways that we can do it. So let's just uncomment that. That's the one that I like. Delete that one. Random.choice, or I could go random.randint. And the random int that I want is between -1 to 1. Or it could be -2 to 2. Whatever it is. And I get the same kind of result. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0, 1, 3, 5, 4. Okay, but say I don't want it to go too big or too small. Okay, so I can see that actually it's not doing too bad. 9, 10, 8, 7. But you could see that it is possible that it might go like above 10, or it could go like below 0. I think it did go below. Yeah, so it's going to the negatives. Maybe I don't want that. So what I can do is I can modify this. So I can say if x is less than 0, instead of making x whatever it was going to be, I'm just going to say x plus x equals x plus 1. Okay, so every time that x is trying to go below 0, you can see it bounces back up. Oh, actually, it went to -1. That's probably because I have it varying as much as 2. So if I wanted to, I could put x plus 2 here, and then it wouldn't have gone. Yeah, I see a -1 again. If I put x plus 2 here, that would never happen. Okay, so yeah, just a couple of ways that you can play around with random numbers and generate different kinds of random numbers. That's all for this one. See you in the next one.